just saying, thank our sponsor, unofficial sponsor, Tonic's Lab. Picked up my turntables from him this morning, and he refurbished them for me. He's in Melbourne. Look him up.
DJ Tonic.
Yeah, DJ Tonic, and then Tonic's Lab. He's on Facebook and on. He's got a website too. Does amazing work.
These things look real legit, man.
He does airbrushing. He does full-on repairs. He does custom work.
To hardware, right?
Yeah. He took my shit apart, replaced the tone arm assembly, all that stuff. He does controllers and shit like that too. So, yeah, we got it. We fixed it.
Shit happens, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that guy's DJ Tonic's work on them.
Yeah. So if you need your turntables repaired, hit him up. So hopefully he checks us out. I mean, yeah, dude, mine have been, a couple people have them. Dude, mine have been sitting in the fucking closet, but I'm gonna bring them in here. You think I got enough space on either side of this controller?
Yeah, and if you don't, we could just make the table bigger.
Okay. I was thinking getting an 8-foot table.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's why I was like, this motherfucker is huge. So
I've kind of been feeling myself out now about building a custom table. Like I got the means and the capability to make a nice table. So I think I kind of want to do that. Maybe have my deck sit inside of them.
Oh shit. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, like they're in a fucking case.
Yeah, flush.
So that's cool. So yeah, so a couple other announcements. So we got Jesse on the podcast tonight. Next Wednesday we got Kid Barrett. Wednesday night, I forget what time. And then coming in February we got Chad Romano, DJ Paranoia. He's coming on February 8th. Haven't made the event page for that. And then actually today I talked to Joel Tonic, and he said he'll come down here from Melbourne and do one in February.
Have him bring some of his gear to show
off. That's exactly what I was saying, man. Bring some of the stuff that he's done. He's got all these crazy ass records. This guy's record collection.
So I've heard.
Yeah, dude, it's amazing. He's got original presses of Infinity. He's got the acetate records. He's got a whole wall, dude. It's probably like 15, 20 feet of just fucking crazy records.
That's a big wall.
Yeah, dude, it's huge. It's this whole fucking... Well,
that's
maybe
a heavy commitment.
It's probably not 20 feet. That's probably an exaggeration.
That's a heavy commitment, though, man.
It's cool, though. So we'll have him on soon. And then we got more people in the works. We're just trying to firm up some stuff. And then you guys will see the event pages as they go up. So... we're going to talk about motherfucking drum and bass tonight. I got my drum and bass t-shirt on. You see it? You see it? Hospital Records, man. My one drum and bass t-shirt.
So we'll have to get you some more.
I know, dude. That's all I got. I like.
You have to change this breaks, bass.
I know, to drum and bass, dude. For real, I got to put drum and bass on there. Yeah, for real. I should have done that, dude.
We've been underrated for too many years.
Yeah, I know. It always has been like a subculture that just never really kind of got big. But now, dude, I feel like it's big.
It's gotten pretty damn big in the last couple of years, especially with it, getting main stage at music festivals and stuff.
Yeah,
For a long time, we were just in, the back dirty dungeon room.
That's it, dude.
Bad sound, hot,
fucking dark. Yeah, I remember like when I went to Future Sound of Breaks one year, the drum and bass room, dude, you walk in there and you're like, it's dank, it fucking smells like sweat, like you can't see shit except for like the white lights behind the DJ booth. It was grinding.
A lot of love and commitment.
Seriously, dude. But you know what? Every motherfucker in that bitch is getting down.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So it's I feel like it's expanded. Like a lot more people are listening to it.
It's definitely grown. I'm glad to have been a part of it for so many years.
So yeah, dude. Let's start with that, man. So like, how long have you been in drum and bass?
I found out about drum and bass probably in early '93, '94. I kind of like stumbled upon a cassette mixtape. And I didn't know it at the time because I couldn't read the illegible writing that was on the mixtape. It turned out to be Freaky Flow's Obscene Underground. And like I said, that was like 93, 94 when I found out. So there was no real like internet around back then. So I couldn't really like search like I do now or dig for, whoever was on the mixtape. It was really hard for me to find out what it was. Right. So actually, after years of listening to it, I kind of got used to listening to what the MC, who turned out to be Flipside, was saying, and I found out that it was Freaky Flow and Flipside. A funny story is, me and my friend Samantha flew to New York to go see a show on Randall's Island called Boo. It's a big rave they put out there every single year, and I actually met Freaky Flow out there at the show. Got him to sign some merchandise and a CD and the actual cassette tape that I had found too. So
was that your first exposure to like electronic music, or were you already kind of listening to shit and you just happened to come across that?
It was probably more or less, like my first time being exposed to that type of music. I knew about, breaks and early house and stuff like that, but it really wasn't for me. And when I had stumbled upon this, and I don't know, just the way it hit me, it was love at first sight.
Yeah, dude. That's how it was.
Right away.
I had heard some stuff, and then I heard Merlin Spellbound, and like whatever happened with the breaks, dude, like that just connected with me. And, like the whole drum and bass thing, man, like that's like a serious thing. Like if you're in drum and bass,
stole
dude,
my heart.
Yeah. Jesse's got drum and bass. Show him, dude. Jesse's got drum and bass on his motherfucking arm.
They need to get touched up.
That shit. He is. I mean, I don't know like a lot of drum and bass people do, but you're the most committed.
Thank you.
Dude, ever since I know you,
I put a lot of time and energy into just loving it and following it and wrapping myself and immersing myself in it. The whole culture, the shows, the friends.
And it's a hard style to stay in.
It kind of is.
Yeah, man.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, dude. And like I know like MC Collaborator and stuff. Like you're good. Yeah, you're friends with him, and he's been doing that shit up there forever. And like
as a matter of fact, he's been a part of it for quite some time. I know him and Kevin have built a nice little thing up there in Orlando, Torque D&B. It's a great promotion thing.
Yeah, I went to one of their shows up there, and it's just
their shows rock, man.
Yeah, if you're in D&B, dude, you're in it. Like
that's
if
you know,
like,
you know.
Yeah,
it's D&B.
It's a devoted crowd of people, man. Like more so than any other style that I know of. Like break people are cool, break people, but D&B people, dude, like that's their thing. Like D&B is it for them.
Yeah.
So you were listening to the music for a long time, and then you just recently, in the past couple of years, started DJing, right?
Yeah, like I said, 93, 94, when I found out about it, and I spent a lot of time like collecting it, following it, figuring out who I liked, what record labels, where they were based out of, Jungle Sky, all that shit, Renegade Hardware, old stuff. And eventually something clicked to where I said, I got to do this, man. I can do this. I can probably do this. I had been around it for so long. I eventually just, fuck it, let's do it. And I started practicing, and one thing led to another. And I think one of my I think actually your tables, your techniques that I got from you were probably one of the second ones I've had. And then from there, it just exploded. It's been an addiction ever since. Thankfully, my wife lets me spend and buy a lot of expensive toys.
Bless you, because that shit is addicting.
It's my life. It's my life.
Yeah.
It's my hobby. It's what I like.
I know it's Tuesday. With Music Tuesday.
Oh, really? It's an unfortunate addiction, man. It's so expensive. Dude.
Yeah, it is.
So expensive. But
yes, it is.
It's unlike anything else, though, man. You definitely get something from it. So what year was that? Like, when did you start getting into
I
DJing?
want to say it's definitely 2000, I don't know, 8, 9, or 10, maybe. Okay. Probably around 2008. Yeah, that's what if I had to guess, I'd say around then.
I remember one night, I don't remember if it was your house or... Did Amanda used to live up here in Port St. Lucie?
Yeah.
And you were playing, and you got like a fucking an ovation after an applause. People were applauding him after he finished.
I've had that once or twice. And,
I'm like, I've never seen anybody get a fucking round of applause after playing a fucking house party set. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, like you said, it's humbling to get that stuff. I'm not trying to take a big head with it or anything like that.
No, it's cool, man.
I put in a lot of time to doing it. So yeah, that's cool when people appreciate it and like it and come up afterwards and say, hey, that was awesome. Can you tell me anything about the music or some shit? I just love that, because if I could show somebody D&B who's never heard it or really who doesn't know that much about it but is kind of interested and has an open mind, please let me fucking feed you.
It's like converting them to Christianity
let me
or something,
feed you,
dude.
please.
Yeah, seriously.
Let me show you the way.
Get them hooked. Because once they're in, dude, that's it. They're in the cult.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't walk away from it.
Yeah. So you don't have a record collection anymore?
As a matter of fact, no, I do not. I might have like 4 or 5 records that I've held on to throughout the years.
Were you buying drum and bass just to listen to it before?
As a matter of fact, yeah. And then I started collecting it digitally because I found out really, really early that vinyl takes up a lot of space.
Yeah,
it's expensive. You know, if you love it, and especially if you love like a particular album or just a piece of wax, you're going to want to protect it,
Right.
cherish it, put it away, store it. You know, you take it out and listen to it every once in a while. But I found out it's hard to keep that, you know, and store it.
Yeah.
And just have it throughout the years, you know,
Yeah,
between moving and stuff like that.
When you move,
Yeah.
holy fucking shit, dude, it's such a bitch. You're like, all right, I moved my house, now I gotta move my record collection. Like, fuck, man, like that sucks. So what kind of like D&B are you into?
Me specifically, like if you were to ask where my heart's at, I definitely say neurofunk. I mean, I like all types of drum and bass. I like all types of music, but D&B's always had my heart. I like liquid. I like a little bit of jump up. Mostly neuro.
When we had like when we used to live next to Chris and Brett on Indian River Drive. We were there one night and we were talking about it, and you were like you were into jump up and like so. Tell me, like, what is jump up compared to like liquid?
Night and day.
Yeah, like to explain it though. Like
jump up's a little bit more in your face, wonky, kind of immature-ish, I would say. No disrespect to anybody, but yeah, I feel like it's the last of the subgenres as far as D&B has come to mature and grow.
Okay.
Liquid is kind of like a soulful,
right.
jazzy, melodic, you know.
That's what I say, soul music, dude.
Heavy, deep, driven bass. Yeah, soul food.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And I kind of would say that it's more advanced than jump up. However, lately a lot of people have been digging the jump up scene in other countries and stuff. But yeah, as far as I go, man, it's neurofunk.
So what's neurofunk? I don't really know what that is.
Neurofunk is kind of like the heavier, more aggressive drum and bass. It wouldn't be like
who'd be in some artists?
Anybody from Eat Brain, Critical, couple of heavier labels. There's Rollers, like Kings of the Rollers.
Yeah,
have this
I know what those guys are.
I like Rollers too. Like I said, I like it all.
So Rollers is its own kind of
I wouldn't say it's a subgenre yet, but it's leaning towards one.
Really?
I mean, yeah.
I thought that was just the name of their group.
As a matter of fact, yeah, they call themselves Kings of the Rollers.
Yeah, I didn't know
They
Rollers
play a lot of Rollers.
Oh, shit. Okay, I gotta look that up.
Like there's bouncy D&B, like two-step, juke, footwork. There's many subgenres of it.
Right.
Yeah, neurofunk for me though, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who are like some of your favorite like D&B artists? Like just overall, like what kind of guy? What are you into?
Right now I'm really feeling Alex Mizo, Burfunk, Bur Oak. I'm sorry. Anybody from Eat Brain, Metalheads. Yeah.
Do you listen to Hospital?
All the
That's
time.
what my shirt is. Hospital.
All the time.
Hospital Records.
Yeah, me and the wife went to the hospitality pool party in Miami.
Oh, shit.
The one time they came over here. And we got to hang out with Spy and Etherwood and Matrix and Future Bound and all them guys and Fred V and Graphics and stuff.
Shit.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was a good time. I know, like I said before, it's more, I like it. My wife loves it. I kind of like tolerate it.
Right.
You know?
Right. I got you. Okay.
No disrespect.
No, you like the hard.
Yeah, I like heavy, aggressive music.
Right.
I grew up on punk rock. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up on stuff that's in your face, aggressive, loud, heavy riffs, bass lines, and shit like that. I like stuff like that.
Right. So Hospital hasn't come back, right?
No. There's been some confusion. Hospital Records is still up and running. Hospital Records had a side thing. I believe it was called Sick Music.
Okay. No, I meant they haven't come back to Miami.
Oh, no.
Because I heard, I forget what his name is. What's Tony, the guy that runs the label or whatever?
That's Tony Coleman.
Yeah, he would announce.
London Electricity?
Yes, London Electricity. Yeah. He would announce like where they're going, and Martian like would never. After that one time, he would not mention they're coming back to Miami.
I thought it was a great party. Please come back. Yeah. I'll go. They only did that one time, man.
Yeah, I like those guys. That's Actually, Brian got me into Hospital Records. Before that, I was just kind of like, if I heard some drum and bass, like I kind of liked it. I never like honed in on like the style.
That's the thing, and I understand it's hard for people to kind of like find information on what they like because there's so much out there.
Right.
A lot of it might not be your style or your type, but if you can take the time and find which labels you like, which artists you like, you'll probably find some really well-produced music.
Like, dude, I'm glad that you said that. Drum and bass is probably, in my opinion, the best produced electronic music.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, man.
Dude, the quality of the production is it's miles ahead of other shit.
As far as it being, just it's the supreme genre. You know what I mean?
It's a higher music, dude. That's what I say.
As far as production value wise goes, it's way more, technical than most people see.
The sound and like how things have to fit, like because if it's not produced correctly, it sounds like shit. It's got to be produced good. It has to be quality production for it to sound right.
I've heard so many tips throughout the years from different producers as far as like what they do to their music. It's a big, huge learning curve for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was introduced to certain DAWs a long time ago, and I started with Reason with propeller head software, and I really couldn't grasp the concept of it. And I believe Scott, if I'm not mistaken, Scott gave me my first copy of Ableton, and that one right there just fucking blew my mind. It was so complex to understand. I basically kind of walked away from all that shit, and now I'm kind of like a fan of native instruments.
Yeah.
I like how I like their hardware. I like all the stuff they offer.
When when breaks went kind of like new school for a little while, like I kind of got like lost my love for the music for a little while because I wasn't into that combination of like the funky sound with like the hard style. I started messing with drum and bass.
Oh, really?
So I don't have like a huge collection, but I have actually like a pretty good collection of some good songs.
What year was this?
It was when like Spy put out like Glitter Ball and shit like that.
That's Tara's favorite song.
Dude, I played it that night. Remember that night we were up here and I played that shit? Dude, I will sing that bitch like I'm in church, dude.
It's a great song.
I'm in church. Yeah, it's the shit.
I belt it in the shower all the time.
Seriously, dude, I love that shit. So whatever that time, it was the Spy remix though of Glitter Ball.
That's a good one.
Dude, that shit's fire. So it was around that time. So I started, messing around with Liquid, and like I was watching how the drum and bass guys spin. It changed how I mix.
Absolutely, I tell my wife this all the time. It's not your basic 4/4 count. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most music.
But even how they don't really fuck with EQ a lot. They more like do crossfader, like slide and stuff, or the double drops and shit like that.
I'm a double drop fool.
Dude, it changed how I mix. It changed completely how I mix. Like my mixing probably improved like 100%. Like I went from you can sort of maybe tell there's a transition to now, dude, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, your blends, your transitions.
Because they got to be smooth, dude. If you're drum and bass, you got to have smooth transitions, man.
I know all about that, man. I've had a million different mixes that, I'm too critical for my own good. I've had a million mixes where I've sat back and listened to them, and there was just a particular mix there where I didn't like. Maybe I mixed out of key, and it was just too noticeable or something.
That's when
it doesn't sound right.
That's when I found out about the whole key thing, too, because London Electricity kept saying
you gotta mix harmonically.
Because if you do the double drop,
that's why
you gotta mix in key, dude. Otherwise, it sounds like fucking train wreck.
I think there's like certain rules that people don't really like pay attention to.
Yeah.
Me, I've always been a big follower of the, never. I mean, not to say never, but me personally, I really never mix plus or minus anything more than 5.
Right.
And I tend not to go. As far as the octaves go, I tend not to go too far away from whatever key I'm in. I might go one back or one forward.
I wasn't mixing in key ever, dude. Yeah. I could see the thing. I played sax for a long time, so I could hear if it sounded right, but I wasn't actually looking at the key to mix it in key.
That's what you got to do.
And then when I was looking at starting to play drum and bass, I'm like, dude, this shit does not go together. So I'm like, fuck. So I called Chris Hudson.
Yeah, he knows his keys, man.
Dude, that's what I did. I'm like, run the circle of fifths by me again. I'm like, give me this, because I had learned it when I was in school, but I kind of forgot it. So I'm like, so he's like, all right. So he gave me a bunch of shit, and I was like, all right. So I went back and started arranging my mixes by key, and dude, totally just it made it sound
anybody
amazing.
Who's anybody, as far as I'm concerned, really should arrange their mixes according to key.
Yeah.
If you want to mix harmonically and have a harmonically pleasing mix, then you should do it. Try it.
Yeah, dude.
If you don't try
it, dude, it fucking makes the mix sound so much better. Like, you'll be like, damn, I should have been doing this the whole time. Seriously, dude.
Like I said, it's a learning curve.
It is a learning curve. So, yeah, I mean, Hospital, I like them. So you've been playing some shows recently, right?
Yeah, I've played a couple shows. I've been invited out a few times.
Yeah, dude. So you played a show recently, but you played one before that, right?
Yeah, the last one I just played, I think was, I want to say like December 21st or something in Orlando for Torque. Fabio and AK-1200. Torque the Halls, that's which one it was. I'm not sure what the other one, it was maybe like a month.
Yeah, it was
before
before that. Yeah, there was something else. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I think it was Resonate. That's what it was. It was Resonate, and that was like a break show. Believe it or not, I was like the only guy picked to represent
that's
the D&B.
That's what it was, because Spaceman was there.
Yes.
So it was, that's what I'm like, I couldn't
They
remember
killed
the
it, by
flyer
the way.
now. Did they?
Awesome fucking
Have you
show.
ever seen him before?
Yeah, I've seen him a few times, yeah. I got to hang out with him, got a couple of pictures that I never even posted because I'm not that type of guy. I keep them for myself.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah,
Joe Jose,
awesome.
Dude, is he's trying to hit up Keith Rosenberg to come on.
I just spoke to him not too long ago.
Dude, hit him up, man, too. Hopefully maybe he's watching this. I don't know, man. Tell him to come on. Dude, I would love, because, dude, Trip Theory was like one of, after I found Merlin Spellbound, somebody else had a Trip Theory CD, dude. Time's Up, that song Time's Up, dude. Like, that shit fucking blew my mind. I was like, holy shit.
It was a good time because, like I said, I'm, the DMB guy.
Were you the only one?
Yeah. Surrounded by all these
no shit.
breaks and, electro people, which is really cool because, I dig it too. I like it, They're all my friends. They're all peers and stuff like that. A friend of mine hit me up and asked me if I wanted to play some drum and bass at a show, and right away I was like, it doesn't really look like a D&B show. It's kind of, I'd love to.
Right.
I'm all about it, but I kind of feel like if I, a lot of these people would just walk away given the chance, or go to a different room. Right. So with that being said, I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it, why not, dude? And I took a chance. Went up there. When I got there, it was pouring down rain. The equipment wasn't set up.
It was in Orlando, right?
Yeah, it was on. I want to say. Bar B.
Bar B. I was gonna say Club
which is a really cool place. The owner's nice. The staff was cool. It was a cool venue. It just so happened to be that I actually didn't get to play that show.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was pouring down rain.
So they have an inside and outside area. Is that
correct?
What it was? Okay.
Yeah, it was pouring down rain. Equipment wasn't set up in time.
Oh shit!
And rather than be a pain in the ass or just a friggin' a Debbie Downer, I just. Whatever, it is what it is.
Dude,
I
shit
still
happens,
had a kick-ass
dude.
time.
Yeah, shit happens, man. It could have been that. It could have been the fucking speakers weren't working right, dude.
It was still a kick-ass time.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
So then you just played the one for Torque, like a couple weeks ago.
Recently just for Torque.
And so, Collaborator put that on? That was his thing?
Yeah, Kevin Harrell and Damien Romano, I think it is. They've been running and managing Torque for quite some time now. I think it started out way back in the day, Jungala, where I think they ran it out of like their garage or something like that.
Okay.
I've known them guys for a little while. I'm sure they've seen me at their shows for quite many years because I've been going to them for a long, long, long time. It's a lot of dedication to drive to Orlando to party with the D&B boys and then drive back to Port St. Lucie the same night.
Yeah,
it takes a lot of responsibility and commitment. And I did it for a long time. And Kevin and Damien, I guess, asked me to come play a show, and I was extremely humbled and honored. It was awesome. Great time. Kevin's going to probably invite me back soon. I'm hoping he does.
How often are they doing shows up there?
See, the thing is they do a lot of Monday night shows, and they do a lot of Saturday night shows. I unfortunately can't do the Monday D&B thing, which just breaks my heart because I'm diehard D&B, so I'm forced to only go to the Saturday ones.
Right.
Which, it's a lot of commitment and dedication. The wife goes with me 99% of the time.
Yeah.
There's been a few where she didn't go, and it's a lot to get, in the car, out of work, in the car, dressed, and, all the way up to Orlando.
Shout out to Tara, man.
Yeah.
Dude, she is the most
She's the real soldier.
wife of this shit that I've ever met. Seriously.
Yeah, I definitely agree, man.
So, her and Christina's good, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tara for sure, dude. Tara for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah, she allows me to do a lot of things without her permission. I probably wouldn't do any of it.
Right. Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's nice. That means a lot. So at that show, Fabio was there.
Yeah,
so, dude,
man, yeah.
Tell us about that. So what style does he play?
If I had to say, man, he's like one of the founding fathers of it.
Right.
He's more of like a London, South London type of music, drum and bass style. At the end of the show, because he obviously played last, I was asked if it was okay to give him a ride home, and of course I was like, oh shit,
fuck
really?
Yeah,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wait, let me go ask the wife.
Yeah.
So I ran and I was like, hey babe, is it cool if we bring Fabio home? And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, I guess he needs to ride home or something, right up the road to the hotel. So
dude.
she was like, yeah, cool. And we had like a gang load of people with us.
Yeah.
I think we rolled up there with like 6 people or something. We were all packed in my truck. So I had to give him a ride home to his hotel, like 15 minutes down the road from the club. And he asked me to stop. His accent, by the way, is awesome, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
He asked me to stop at the gas station because he was thirsty or hungry or whatever he said. And so I stopped, and he ran in there, got himself some food and whatnot. Comes back in the car, and I'll never forget it. One of our friends, Danielle, she ran in the store right after him. He got out the car first, and she ran in second. He comes back, and he's like, "Hey, man, that little girl that walked in the store behind me said you can go ahead and just leave her. She'll find her own way home." And,
What?
Yeah, and we all instantly in the car start laughing because that sounds like sounds like Danielle. So we were like,
Wow.
"No shit, yeah, that sounds like her." He was joking, of course, and then Danielle got in the car, and I started driving off. He left his shit in the car, man. I dropped him off, and I guess we said our goodbyes or whatnot. And he left his stuff in the car, and he went in. And by the time I drove off, and I don't even know.
Were you guys coming back here?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So by the time I dropped him off and got back on the road and started headed home, I realized I was like, "Oh shit, what is all that?" And turned out he left some food, some chips, bottle of water, whatever else.
Have you ever met him before?
No, that was my first time meeting him.
Was he there for that show?
He was there for
He
the
flew
show.
from motherfucking London
Yep.
for that show?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping he might have had.
Holy shit.
I was kind of hoping he might have had like Groove Rider with him or some shit because they do a lot of
Oh shit.
touring together.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know he was there for that show. So he was leaving to go back after that show.
As a matter of fact, where did he say he was going after that show that night? I think he said he was going to another show. Washington. He was going to another show in Washington, and then I think he was jumping the pond, going back home.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I think it was like 2 weeks before that. We went and we caught Goldie at the the anniversary show that Torque had. There was an anniversary show for Metalheads and Torque. Metalheads 25 years. Torque, I believe, was 20 years.
In Orlando?
Yeah.
No shit.
Killer show, man. Great show.
Damn,
Lot of
I
heads
like
showed
Goldie.
up. Oh,
I've
yeah.
watched some of his interviews and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We had an interesting little interaction too during and right after Goldie's set on stage. We kind of like talked for a second, hung out. My wife gave him some alcohol. He drank it.
He's still got these gold teeth?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's fucking awesome. Who else have you met?
A lot of people. I mean, I've been to many shows.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people, traveled along the ways.
So is Torque like, is that party like a known pillar of like the drum and bass community? Even
If you were to ask, Torque is pretty big in South Florida, especially in Orlando. Pretty much anybody who's in the scene knows about him.
Right, but like even in Europe, like
I want to say, yeah, man, they've brought over some really big names, Calic and TB, Goldie, Fabio, Lensman, thank you, a whole bunch of people. I can go on for days and days and days. Their roster is pretty thick, and as far as like all the people that are involved in Torque and run it, big ups, mad respect to them guys, because those are the guys who are doing it. You know, a lot of people don't see what goes on behind the scenes and shit. Yeah. Those guys put a lot of time, money, energy, and just love and dedication into the drum and bass thing. You know what I mean?
Keep it going. Does he still have that swirly wine bar?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he still has the swirly wine bar. I believe it's doing pretty good. They do like shows there every once in a while too, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't been there.
Yep.
I've seen him doing it on Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Promoting it and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. That's cool. Damn, that's awesome, man. So do you got anything coming up with shows?
I can't really let the cat out of the bag, but I was promised a makeup session that I didn't get to do. But it's not going to be in Orlando. It's coming back down south. Supposedly, from what I hear, is that I don't even know if I should say it. I probably shouldn't say it.
All right, well, if you
I'm not
say it,
gonna
then don't say it.
But there's supposed to be a big show coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're gonna get the
I'm supposed to be playing, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't want to harass him, but I'm gonna keep calling you until you lock that in.
Some reminders. We need to give you a couple reminders so you don't
forget.
Yeah, true that. So you're playing on CDJ 2000s, and you got a Nexus 900?
Yeah, I got a record box set up. I also, I started out on Serato. I got an SX2. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I started out on CDJ 1000 MK2s, I believe, and those things were just beat up.
Yeah.
I beat the shit out of them, and eventually I bought a controller because they were, cost efficient, and
Right.
they had 4 channels, and
Right.
it sounded good, and they're tanks, and then eventually I just I jumped off the high bar and fucking spent a bunch of money on a record box setup. I got the 2000 Nexus 2s with a 900 mixer and a Pioneer SP1000.
So where are you getting drum and bass music from?
The major platforms that sell it, and a couple of people give it to me, a couple of people email me tracks and shit like that, but mostly Juno, Beatport.
Is Juno? I've looked at Juno for breaks, like because Beatport was down like last week for a couple days, and I was like, nah, I couldn't get into the
they were
break
down
selection
during like
they
the
had
Christmas thing.
there.
or
Yeah,
some shit
dude.
too.
Yeah. So is Juno better for D&B?
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like don't really have a preference.
Okay.
As far as D&B goes, I would have to say Beatport has some exclusives.
Okay.
But if you're a real like avid lover and listener of D&B, you're gonna go straight to the record label to buy your shit. If you
Okay,
can.
for that.
I get it all over the place, man. Wherever I can, however.
Yeah,
I
I
can.
just didn't know if like they're like because for breaks, I mean Beatport's kind of like it.
It's boss. Yeah.
I mean like there's not really like another place that has all that. I mean SoundCloud, but that's not like the same.
And you
thing.
gotta search and search and
Dude, you
search
gotta
and
dig
search,
like a motherfucker,
and then the
dude.
quality is like what 128.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So Beatport, Juno. I'll have to look through Juno for some drum and bass.
There's a lot of other platforms too. I'm not gonna say and give them away, but yeah, there's a lot of other places, man. If you know your shit, don't stop digging, keep looking, you'll find them, man.
Yeah, that shit takes time too, man.
I remember I used to solicit tracks off DJs and producers from fucking AIM.
Wow.
AIM,
dude.
AOL,
Wow.
yeah, man.
I had
I
AIM
used to-
for a long time, dude, until they shut it down.
That's what
until
I'm
they
screaming,
shut that
dude.
bitch
Like,
down.
when I
that
tell
shit.
people about like I used to have an AIM account, AOL
I used to have
account.
friends on AIM.
That's what I
dude.
mean.
Yeah.
I used to talk to people in other countries. I still do. Big ups, Rodrigo. I still talk to people in other countries
I
via
remember him.
Rodrigo.
They used to be here.
Research.
Yeah, dude. Holy
Yeah.
shit, that was a long time
long,
ago.
long time ago. I still talk to him all the time.
Wow,
bro. Still
dude.
talk to him all the time.
Holy shit.
Matter of fact, I just sent him my Serato SL3 box. I sent it to him in Chile. His sister
Wow,
came and
dude.
picked it up.
Damn.
Yeah, man. However you can get in contact with it, and get exposed to it.
Yeah.
If that's what you love and that's what it's in your heart, go ahead and do it, man.
So if you were gonna like recommend somebody to like some music to expose somebody, like what would be something that you would say is a good like intro or like to drum and bass, like something that you think would get somebody hooked on it? Is that too much? Am I asking too much?
You said a drink?
Like I would say, for breaks, like I would say like DJ Fix, maybe DJ Icy, something like that.
If it's breaks, me get a drink.
No, you're good. Here.
Yeah, like
All good.
Ah, Tara.
Dude,
What did I drink? Anyhow,
dude, I had a cough like last month or the month before, dude, that would not fucking go away for like 2 months, dude. It was crazy.
dude, your drinks are killer.
We gotta get this guy through the interview.
As far as like D&B tracks to really like hit somebody up with to get them exposed,
Like some classic shit or something that's like,
I don't know. It's weird because like I recently just found out the drum and bass I like, a lot of people don't like. So when I DJ and I'm doing my thing and I'm in my zone and I'm feeling it, a lot of people might not be liking it, you know? So as far as like tracks to introduce people to, you really have to like
that's what,
carefully select them
Right,
because
right.
you don't want to scare people away.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I mean,
why
I get it. There's
yeah.
a formula. You got to bring the girls in so that the guys come to watch
Right,
the girls.
right.
But you can't play girly music all day long,
Right.
so you got to switch it up.
Yeah.
There's a specific formula, but I would have to say, if you're going to ask me to recommend a track to listen to that best represents the drum and bass I like, I would have to say Mountains of Madness by Colt.
I'm gonna write it down.
Check it out, dude. The intro, the drop, the way the song grows, everything about it's just magnificent. That's a hard tune though.
Okay.
It's a heavy aggressive tune.
Some of them are good though, man. Like some of the hard tunes, like they're produced good. You know,
that's
like,
what I look for.
Yeah.
I look for over the top production where I can tell somebody sat down and truncated this thing beyond belief and spent time just fine tuning their their kick or their snare and I can tell. I can tell. I don't know about everybody else, but
Brett and Chris said the same thing, man. They said
I'm sure they can tell because they know.
Well, but what you just said about how not everybody likes what you play.
Yeah.
They said the same thing about their shit. They just found out, it took them a minute to find out that they were.
Big ups to that because it took me a long time to realize not everybody on the other side of the fucking table is liking what I'm doing.
They were like, why are we clearing the rooms out? Because we like the shit that we're playing, but
like I said, you start feeling yourself, and then next thing you know, you look over, you're like, fuck, dude, did I just walk them people out?
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's part of being a good DJ.
Absolutely,
you know, is the intuition of like being able to feel the room.
You kind of got to feel the room, read the crowd, see who's out there. Not the stereotype, but a lot of it is just that. You got to look around and see who your crowd is.
Your age bracket,
correct.
Male-female ratio, all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, bringing people. You're not going to play drum and bass at a fucking top 40 party, obviously, So, but yeah, that's cool.
Won't.
Yeah, no, exactly, dude. I mean, that's a good way to get fucking fired. So,
yeah.
So what we're going to do next is before Jesse dies, we're going to...
It's too much right here, bro.
So Jesse's going to play some drum and bass for us after this. We're going to break down for a minute. We got to switch out some stuff, and then we're going to get him going. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the shit don't get cut off.
We're going to find out.
He's telling me something I did not know.
I've been flagged like 3 times, and they shut my shit down.
I did not know that drum and bass was getting hit hard by Facebook. That's news to me as of tonight. So we're going to see how it goes, and we're going to try it out. We're going to try it out.
Yeah, I hope it goes good.
So everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. You know what? I didn't know Med School folded.
That's what I was going to say. Good call, good call. So yeah, Hospital Records is still around.
I know what
and
Med
they kind of had Med School, but Med School shut their doors down, and they decided to pack it up. They're not going to be doing anything anymore.
Shit, I didn't know that. Dude, when I ordered this shirt, they sent this card with it that was like a prescription card.
Yeah.
And it had like who the doctor was who filled the order, what the prescription was, which was the T-shirt and shit like that. It was pretty funny. I stuck it on my fridge. It's still out there.
Their last thing, I think it was Sick Music 2019 or whatever it might have been. They offered out like a cool little like hospital themed flash drive, and like you open it up and you could tell it was legit.
Yeah,
it is cool.
Oh yeah. They take pride in their work, dude.
Yeah.
Hospital takes pride in their work. If you don't listen to DMB, one thing I would suggest is check out Hospital Records.
Hospital Records is one of the bigger labels as far as liquid drum and bass goes.
Yeah.
There's, like I said again, tons of other record labels out there that cater and promote and push hardcore D&B and or liquid drum and bass, be it melodic or just soft or jazzy.
Metalheads does liquid too, right?
Yeah.
And it's Spearhead? Or not Spearhead, is that?
BC's label, Spearhead Records.
Spearhead? Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, Chad says he gets flagged all the time. All right, well, we're about to find this shit out. So, like I said, I didn't know this. I didn't even consider that. I thought
once again, if anything comes up muted or flagged, I apologize.
Yeah.
I don't want it to happen, but the music needs to be heard.
That's just how it is. So we're going to get started on that. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
And we're definitely going to do it again. So just give us maybe 20, 30 minutes. We got to switch some stuff out, and then we will be back. So just check the page for the live stream. All right, see you guys soon. Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in.